Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hollywood After Dark. It's Saturday night. It's February 25th, 2023. Holy shit, folks. Movie Madness Entertainment explodes with drama. We're going to be talking about turkeys, Zack Snyder, the Snyderverse, ending all the drama, all the bullshit tonight, folks. Be a good time. Let's dive right the fuck on in. Hollywood After Dark. You know what time it is. Let's fucking go. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I'm joined right off the bat tonight by Max, who has had an interesting evening to say the least. An interesting week. But Max, I know I want to get into it, but seriously,
I want to give a shout out to Jimbo. He wanted to kind of work things out, and I said I was too emotional. I also told you I told you I was too emotional, dude. But you said I should come on.
I know because
I just put this tent.
I know you wanted to end, and I think, and we can get to that point. I've known you a long time now, all right. But if you want, again, my honest take is that this is some shit that you are now far too close on.
No, I said I criticize people's takes. I don't go personal. I try not to do false accusations. And if you watched the video, I was genuinely friends with Skywalker. And I didn't want to believe it. And I was the only one that said, you know what, I got to get the other side here. And that's where everyone drew the line with me. And my only issue with you personally for this specific instance is that you push the fact that I care about money over people, which is just absolutely untrue.
Well, let me explain why. I'm going to give you one specific fucking example, okay? And that's Zeno. All right, because in my perspective is this guy is a piece of shit. He is an abuser of his powers mod. He is an abuser just in general. He has revealed personal information about what I thought was a friend of yours.
I said he was an asshole for doing that.
But
it doesn't necessarily justify a dox.
It doesn't justify a dox. Nothing justifies a dox.
And I wasn't going to talk about it, but people keep bringing it up and saying I'm okay with that, and I said absolutely not.
Well,
I think also not okay with him saying the other thing, just like your video. And I said,
sure, fine, yeah. Okay,
I don't like all this shit.
Fine, yes, I know the polar bear thing. Everyone likes to bring up the polar bear thing.
No, I said you shouldn't bring up that, and you shouldn't bring up Zeno. I said Zeno's a moron for saying that. And
well, I think there's a difference in what I did a decade ago versus what Zeno did in Saggy's Discord not that long ago. All right. Like I did something that was stupid in the attempt of making a dumb joke at a time when raunchy humor was running everything. He did that privately as a way to hurt Hans.
There's more context that I got that I'm not going to reveal because I didn't even want to talk about Hans.
All I'm saying on that is
this is a problem with the whole community where they try to bring up stuff like I don't even want to mention RJ's name. But they'll bring up instances. I'm like, I don't want to talk. If Hans thought that was private, I don't even want to talk about that on stream. And they kept bringing it up. You know?
I think they bring it up as a way to exemplify the point that it's like there's a bad apple in your bunch. That's, I think, the point. A lot of people don't like Zeno. I understand what you play Xbox with him. You're friends with him.
No, can you tell, please, Jimbo? I said I wasn't coming on, and he kept bugging me. Matt,
I did. I text him and told him to come on and talk.
I told you that, Jimbo. I told you
that. I did text him that, right?
And I told him the same thing.
So it is that Max is emotional, and I'm not trying to like browbeat him with shit. I'm really pointing out that when
I don't want to be on right now.
Then okay, fine. You can leave whenever you want to leave. I'm not forcing you to be here. Okay, I'm not going to browbeat you. All I'm saying is on that specific comment about the money. When I'm talking about like a mod who's a paid channel member who treats other people like shit the way Zeno does.
You treat people like shit.
I'm also not a paid fucking member. All right, and you have every reason to ban me and block me.
Right, exactly, and I don't like doing it to anyone.
But I'm also not a mod on your channel. I don't abuse. I might like come on and be a dick. That's one thing. All right. But I'm not a mod on your channel. And I'm not like, I
don't want to look at the chat.
Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat. It's fine. You don't have to look at the chat. All right. You don't have to.
I don't want to because there's some people I don't.
Fine. You don't have to look at the chat.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to.
Private chat. Yeah.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Just look at that. Okay. Now, I'm just saying that in that's my biggest take on that shit. When it feels to me, who backed you with the Andy thing, and I lost.
Why are we
Lewis,
talking about this with the Skywalker?
I'm trying to get to the
okay.
sky. I'm getting to the point. Yeah. Okay. What I'm saying here is that when I made the comment I made about you being interested in money, what it appeared to me was like, you give more of a fuck about what the a 99-cent monthly member like Zeno does more than people who are your friends, as you say.
No, well, I will say this. The memberships on my channel are so important because it supplements paying for 10 people on StreamYard. And then I do other things. I have sent equipment to 2 people.
I know.
And I can't get one of them back. And one was a $150 mic. I've also sent gifts. I do lots of things behind the scenes that the memberships are important for me to still maintain a part-time job. So yes, I do push memberships, but I will not put it above doxing, actual doxing. And I don't want anyone to be mean to anyone. And that's my stance. I reviewed the evidence, which I shouldn't because it didn't happen on my Discord at all. And the people keep bringing shit that doesn't happen on many of my
But you still tonight
platforms.
went to Skywalker about Enosh's accusations and had him on about Enosh's accusations. So that's a little bit of bullshit there, dude.
I didn't want him on tonight. He said, I'm not addressing this unless it's live. That's
so why? So, okay. But you still did it.
Yeah.
And I still gave a super chat and they didn't answer my fucking question, but that's whatever. I didn't expect them to. Right.
I actually am a friend with him.
That's fine. I know you want to be friends with everybody.
When I first started Team MME, he was one of the first people I picked. Fine. But obviously, people don't like his takes, so he didn't feel comfortable being around, which was fine.
For Skywalker?
Yes, he didn't want to be around. He didn't want to be around you.
Him and I were fine until he started being a dick. All right. It's more or less just like he got in with the Silk crowd. And you know, as well as I do, that those guys are fucking delusional. Even Necron in your chat tonight was trying to tell me.
You could call them delusional, fine. But then when you start saying they're harassing people, that I take that seriously.
I haven't said they're harassing people.
Not you. But I like even the Jody's Corner when he said that he was getting death threats. I actually reached out to Lightcast. Did you know that? And I said, did you really send a death threat to Jody's Corner? Because I wanted to investigate that because I have a real issue with that. And he said, well, there's COVID going around, needs to lose weight, you know? And I'm like, that's an asshole comment. Yeah. I don't want to go through every instance.
Sure. Fine. I think the overview of it though, like literally like the you know, when I said the stream was like movie turkey entertainment, a lot of the shit started going down with the turkey pick, right? With the Snyderverse stuff. A lot of this drama stems from around that shit. All right. Like I said, even tonight in your chat, the Necron was like, fucking Skywalker went to Stone Quarry. And I'm like, no, we didn't.
I don't care about all this. Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
Like when presented
you
with
them delusional.
I'm saying that when people are presented, you know, especially that crew are presented with more factual, I don't want to say counter facts, right? Alternative facts with reality. They find a way to shrivel up and go their route. The problem though, and this would just be as a friend saying this, is like, you might be having a beef right now with RJ and Saggy and everybody else. And that's okay. That's your guys' thing to do. But like those guys, I know you don't want to, but you know, when you've got people that are like super chatting, like, oh, Sil Nation's got your back, dude, that's a bad fucking thing.
Oh no, I said don't because it's gonna make well, that was a few people.
Sure. A couple people. Yeah. I'm just saying like there's been a lot of shit there.
Oh, and they're not going to stick around. They're there for this.
They're there for the spectacle. They're there for the spectacle.
They're for the spectacle to support not support Skywalker. And then they'll probably move on. Like, I'm not planning on I would like to be friendly with Skywalker, but we have no plans whatsoever beyond the accusation. That's it. That was it. That was the only thing because I'm like, I know him well enough. I don't know him that great. I know people even in the Snyder fandom don't like him. Like, you know?
Do you not think, I mean, like, again, but tonight kind of, to me personally, tonight feels like you really overstepped your place.
Why?
Because it's like, for one, like I heard you say this to Leon and you're like, when I show you this YouTube channel and I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact quote.
No harassment every time is
no, but you're also
the reason I don't want to minimize it. I know where you're going, but I'm saying this is what everyone through my friendship over this. When I said I want to find out what this is, and this is why everyone turned.
Well, no, but you told them you can't deny anything, and I'm like, let's just say that the harassment that happened to Enosh, right?
Which I condemn. I condemn all of that.
No one thinks you don't condemn that. Okay. No one is saying that. All right. But it's like, again, in this specific instance, you know, as well as I do, the things Enosh says about what he believes is happening.
He was real upset with me because I said, I believe you believe this. And he didn't accept that. He's like, well, and I don't know what's going on.
I'll be honest with you.
I don't even know who's going to be my friend after this.
I'll be honest with you. I'm with you on that subject. I'm sorry. I am. I've been honest about this, and I will be open about this. If you want me to believe an accusation you are leveling at somebody else, and you have evidence of that, show me. I don't have to catalog it or keep it or whatever, but show me the evidence so then I know what it would be if somehow it gets brought to my attention and I have to speak on it, I at least have some understanding of what's going on. I do not listen and believe. I need verification.
Me and you share that. Yes.
Fine. And that's fine. But I still would not have run to Skiwalker tonight to be like, whoa, like, because for one, it's like, you know, if you listen, like when like what Skiwalker was doing was he was trying to like flex constantly. Right. It was all diversion and deflection and whatever.
I like him, but he's his personality.
Sure. It's his person. I get it. He's like, no, you can't. It's like, he's all like, you know, cause he was like, oh, does that look like my room? And you said, I think like,
well, what would you do if you were being accused? You would ham it up too.
I wouldn't I've been accused and everything else. And like what I was accused of, there's yays and nays on that in that moment, that gets conflated over time. All right. But in the reality of it is that in that moment, like, again, with doxing and harassment and shit like that, no, you deny. Like everyone's going to deny it. Okay. And I don't support any of that shit. I think my take on it is like,
go to the authorities if you think he's done it.
But true. But the thing is, the authorities won't do shit.
I know.
I really know the authorities won't do shit. I was swatted. The FBI got involved and they've done some investigation, but it's also hit a dead fucking end. Right? Like a lot of this shit just gets cataloged because local law enforcement, you can't sit there and go to the FBI over someone being mean to you on the internet. It doesn't work that way. You have to go to local law enforcement and you have to file report after report after report to establish a paper trail. And then like eventually, if it gets to be very bad, then you can move it up the chain of command. But it's like people have this weird view of what legality is. Like, you know, did you know, like, you know, when they say in a movie or in a show and it's all like a cop goes, do you want to press charges? You know, that's factually inaccurate.
Oh, I know what you're going to say when I said the legal thing. I meant,
I'm just saying, if you are complaining about not being able to buy a steelbook, you can't really threaten lawsuits on anybody.
Well, I could tell you, I said I will seek I will inquire to legal advice because I have free legal advice at my.
Sure.
I'm not going to tell you why, but I do.
No, I get that.
Free legal advice I have. I am no expert, obviously. I do a lot of dumb things and say a lot of dumb things on the internet. Your intro says the same thing. I said, I'm not telling you why I can because people hate me right now, but I could get free legal advice, okay? Where I don't have to pay for it.
Sure, you're right. But like, why make the threat against Jimbo? That's my question.
Because he's saying that I'm actively supporting doxing.
But that's not illegal. That's not illegal because here's the thing with that, Max, is this is not who you are.
I know. I was probably that's the one thing I probably said was really stupid. Yes,
it was stupid. Yeah, because like,
but you got to admit, I'm losing. I've lost a lot of sleep this week. It's been an emotional week. I want this to be over. I said a stupid thing. Okay,
fine.
But I could get free legal advice.
Sure, but do you think that making that threat towards Jimbo?
I wanted people to stop saying things that are untrue. I do not support.
Well, you have no control over that.
I do. All right,
you have no control over that.
That's fine.
Like,
that's
you
fine.
can if they believe
you want me to say you're right. You're right.
I know. Okay? I don't want you to say that I'm right. I want you to apologize to Jimbo is what I want. But that's up to you to do. I'm not going to force you to do it. All right.
I was just so sick of people spreading bad
Sure.
bullshit about me. Okay.
But it's like,
all right, I said something stupid. Okay.
Okay. Again, that's all. That's it. That's your guys' deal.
I think lots of people have been stupid this week. All right.
Sure. Everyone's stupid. I'm stupid all the fucking time. It's how
Right.
this shit works. How this shit fucking operates.
I
All
said
right?
something stupid. Okay.
I mean, so it's just, but then again, it's like, it's so out of left field, which is why people are reacting the way that they're reacting.
I was getting mad at him. Keep saying that everywhere when I take that so seriously. Okay. I do take it seriously, and I investigate and I don't want this stuff to come to my door. I don't want to hear about all this. And actually, I'm getting to the point where, yes, if you feel someone's doing something to you, there's things on social media platforms to report that thing. Go there. I don't want to be involved with this shit. I really don't.
But do you think that I mean, come on, you have to admit you involved yourself.
Because they kept asking me. They kept coming to me.
I think your friends come to you because they just want support.
I think I should have just said, you know what? I should have cut it off then. All right. I should have, I want to be friends with everyone, and you can't. Okay. And I'm really learning that right now. Okay. I want to be friends with everyone, and I can't.
Sure. It's difficult to do. Everyone's got different agendas and opinions and motivations.
And I don't want Zeno is still going to be on my channel. I'm not going to lie. And now
I think that's a line in the sand for some people, but that's your choice to make. That's your choice to make.
That's fine because they've made their choice already. And honestly, everyone that I discussed tonight, I want you the best, wish you the best in your future endeavors. I don't want to rehash this shit. It's done. And I'm still going to do my channel. I really am. I love YouTube. There's still a lot of people that support me, even though half of them left. Fine. I've learned lessons this week too. Okay. Including myself criticizing others. I have to be careful. Everyone's got to be more careful. Okay. I think I learned that from the Ezra Miller situation and the Amico too. I've learned lots of things over these past few years. In the Ezra Miller situation, I was like, I'm not going to support the Flash because of that too. And you know what? I'm now supporting it, and I got to slow down with the accusations across the board, no matter what. Oh my God.
Well,
I don't know how much more I got in me, man.
Sure. If you want my honest opinion, my honest take would be, don't cover the drama in any capacity. None. If it comes up, shut it down. Just shut it down.
I can criticize hot takes, but I'm not going to make accusations. I'm still going to do me, man.
Then you're going to be back in the same situation. No, I'm telling you, this is the definition of insanity.
I am not going to make accusations, but I could criticize hot takes.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this right now. If you don't want to lose friends, don't criticize your friends. How about that? Because that's true. Because then it can go out either way. Unless you want to I don't mind if you criticize me. I'll come on and laugh about it.
Yeah.
But it's like not everyone does that. People get
I understand.
People have their own their own emotional stakes and things.
I understand.
So it's like if you because you did a video about me, who needs friends when you have, or who needs enemies when you have friends like Matt Jarbo.
One I meant.
You got mad. You got mad because I called you an agent of chaos.
Yeah, and then I
got a lot of shit for that.
And then you started showing up again, and I just didn't want to address it again.
Sure. But again, it didn't bother me as much as it bothered other people. All right. Other people got really mad about that. I was like, whatever with it. Cause you put me in thumbnails before and criticized my hot takes.
And I love the thumbnail tonight. I love it.
You and I have a rapport.
Okay.
That wasn't even the one I was going to do until someone sent me that turkey image.
Show the one you were going to do.
Well, no, I don't have the one I was going to do. The one what it was.
Actually, I think I might change.
I had made this in AI art.
Is this explained today?
This is the backdrop for everything. I was gonna have Hollywood go nuclear and have MME shit, and then I was sent the you as a turkey, and I just decided to add the other stuff to that too. So for tongue in cheek shit, just tongue in cheek shit.
No, I love that. Yeah, I mean, send that to me because I think I have to change some emojis.
That's fine. I'll send that off to you.
I'm keeping yours, but I think I have to change
with the Bernie Sanders hair. That's fine. I don't really care about that. None of that bothers me personally. Okay. Again, I just feel in this scenario, it's like it's like anything involving like, if you want to criticize hot takes, find like the critical drinkers, you know what I mean? Like the crazy motherfuckers that got like the weirdest ass hot takes. And there's a lot of them. You can find a bunch on TikTok. You can find a bunch on fucking, on YouTube and shit. There's like that aren't involved in this sector, because the biggest problem stems from the fact that a lot of people are connected. And so it kind of becomes this combative middle ground.
Maybe I misread that we could jab each other, and that's my fault.
I think it depends. Like if you establish that with friends, like, like you and I can poke at each other.
I thought we did.
Yeah. Like
a lot of the people don't like me now made videos on me, and I go in there. I'm like, oh, that was funny,
Sure. So, I mean, personally, if people make critical videos on me, I don't watch them.
Yeah. As long as there's no accusations.
I don't. It's, and again, like I've been accused of the worst shit imaginable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was my thing tonight, is like, these guys are talking about like, this is my biggest thing. And I wish I wish, in this whole situation with, Ski Walker and whatever, it's like, you would have said,
I said, it's probably not going to happen.
No, but it's like, how can they sit there and go, oh, we're doing this worldwide, blah, blah,
well, they
blah.
believe they're making an impact.
They believe, yeah, which is why they completely ignored actually answering my question.
I disagree. I still like them. But I mean, I don't. Leon's the first day I've known him. I know of him, but
the fact that Leon had to go on though. But the fact that Leon had to go on to back up Ski Walker. I know that was Ski Walker not being able to handle a one-on-one, needing some backup there.
I told Skywalker, however you want to do this. Yeah. I said we don't have to do live. We could just do pre-recorded, and then I could send the link to people accusing you. That's what I said to him. That's what I proposed. He's like, no, I'm not doing it unless it's live. That's what he told me. Sure.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. It's probably better.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I want to address this to you. I want to get your reaction. I could send them the link of a privated video. I said, I'll go on your, and then he's like, no, I want to do it live. I'm like, you want me on your channel? Where do you want it? I don't care. So that's what he said. You don't have to believe me. That's what he said.
That's fine. I believe you. I just think that in this situation, if you want to save movie talk, if you want to be,
I don't want to save anything anymore. I just want to have fun movie talk.
You just want to have fun. Okay, have fun.
That's my mistake in the past. I found out I was very against the anti-SJWs. Now I just find out that people like to hate everything and make accusations all over the place. And I was misguided. I've made a lot of mistakes myself. And now I just want to enjoy movie talk and video game talk and enjoy more things. There's a lot of great things out there. And regardless with the anti-SJWs, if they would, if the identity politics part wasn't there, they'd still hate everything too.
Yeah, a lot of people hate a lot of shit.
Everything, and everyone throws accusations all across the board.
And that's a big problem when it comes to this kind of shit.
I think I'm starting to fail here, so I guess.
Okay, well, I don't want you to cry. Okay, I understand it's an emotional night, and again, I'm not trying to browbeat you. I have my concerns over stuff. I have my things I want to say. And I feel like, because you did make you think I influence younger people, which I think I don't, but I don't think I do.
You laugh at stuff. And then like the thing that I have issue with you personally is like when people start talking about you in my DM group, I say, stop talking about Matt. This isn't the place to make fun of people or that don't like you or Enosh. And I say, please don't have arguments in my Twitter DM group. Whereas I know the Hwad DM group, you talk about a lot of people and a lot of gossip and make fun of people. And that's what I don't like. Or like you say, I know what's going on in your DM group. And people have actually come to me with stuff in yours. And I'm like, I don't want to know what's going on in his DM group. That's why I'm not there. So that's the other thing that I have an issue with now that I'm thinking about it.
No, that's fine. I do get sent things from people's DMs groups.
Yes, and
there's only like 5 people in my DM group.
People actually come to me telling me stuff, and I'm like, do not send me stuff in a DM group I'm not part of. And then when I decided to leave yours the last time, I didn't want to back in it because I do feel you guys probably mocking me right now in there, and I don't care. That's why I'm not there. Okay.
No, that's fine. I know they
are.
Well, it's not. I can honestly tell you that it's really not. As it, I mean, it is a topic of conversation, but it's not like as bad as you would possibly think.
I don't care.
You know, but it is, again, the thing to consider here is that people talk regardless. Okay.
No, I know, but I try to
always happens.
discourage it where I think you kind of join in laughing at people. And it's just, I understand it's fun to laugh at people to a point. But then when someone's talking about and I mean, I was the middle ground between you and Enosh. I was the one person that was trying to maintain both friendships with you two when you guys were going at each other. And then people came to me after that. And I said, after that went down, and I said, I would never do guilt by association. You talk to whoever you want to, and you just come back here because I care about you.
Well, in
I can't do that anymore. I can't do that
in
anymore.
the Enosh situation. I had people sending me stuff he was saying about.
I don't want to bash group. Listen,
so, but I'm not trying to rehash that shit. I don't care.
No, I still love Enosh. I don't know how. I haven't heard from him. I don't know how this is going to go down. I hate this. And I think I got to go in the next 5 minutes. So
fine.
Final thoughts.
My final thought. Yeah, just don't fucking engage on this shit if you don't want it to get you. All right, like, you choose what you talk about. You choose who you bring on. You choose all of those things. As a content creator, as an owner of a channel, you are the ultimate person in charge. I know you want to bring everyone together. You want to kind of have it be a cool hangout sort of thing. But you got people like Sean and people like Devin who have experience.
Don't even mention his name and where he doesn't want to be around. It's
okay.
It's not because of me. He can't be. He's got things going on in the industry. He can't be associated with it anymore. And that's very upsetting to me too. And I wish him the best. But I understand people don't even want to feel safe around you anymore because all the accusations. Is that happy? You happy, everyone?
I mean, again, I've been
this bullshit.
I've been in that situation myself.
Now people don't feel comfortable coming around my channel because of all the freaking accusations.
But the accusations aren't against you.
I know. But I think people are even afraid to be on my show because they're like, by the peer pressure. You're okay with Max? I'm going. I can't do this anymore.
Dude, it's not. You have to remember.
I gotta go, man.
Okay, just take a deep breath, chill out. That did not go the way that I felt it would. Okay. All right. So, all right, let me just crack my sparkling water here, kind of collect my thoughts for a hot second. Fair amount there. Look what you went and did. Shut the fuck up, Andre. All right. Anyway, yeah. So, there's a couple super chats I need to address real quick, and then obviously we can continue the conversation to, I think, get the other side of the conversation to keep things going. And that is, hold on here. Okay. So first off, I wanted to get to this. It just came at a very awkward time, but again, thank you so much, Ryan Hartwell, for $100. This is right off the bat before we went live. Holy shit, dude. Thank you so much. It says, consider this my sponsored contribution for March. I'd like to call it an Indie Annie Shorts, like Indiana Jones. You can name it if you want. It's a list of shorts, 2 hours. Okay. The long and to give context to this, occasionally we'll do like trailer nights or anime red pill nights or things like that, or people can sponsor live stream episodes for $50 an hour, roughly, and we'll watch whatever we can watch and get away with it. Normally trailers or fan films or things like that. That's something that happens. Ryan here, his birthday is coming up and he's sponsoring a night, and this is what it's for. So thank you very much for that, Ryan. I really, really, really appreciate that. And yeah, I look forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun for March 4th, which is next Saturday. So a week from today. All right. Thank you very much for that, Ryan. Again, really appreciate. H Farts for 5 here. It says, Zeno is an agent of chaos who likes to make people fight, changes his attitude in every chat. I mean, the guy's clearly bipolar and fucking insane. Thank you, though. Jess here for 2 says, Max, come back to us and leave that toxicity. It'd be great if he would. I think I really do feel a lot of this has to do with with Snyder. in regards to Max. I do. I think a lot of it is he very much, when I met Max before the Snyder cut was restored, right? Before that shit, a whole year before that shit, actually. And I know when he got in on the Snyder stuff, that was an opening up to a larger community that he really loves. I know he really loves that. And I think that ever since the turkey picture, it's just gone down fucking hell. So thank you. This is for 5. Thank you. Says, I don't hate everything. I'm just born an asshole. Most of YouTube don't care about my channel no matter what. I mean, there's ways around that. But yeah, I understand. I have my channel being where it is, and so I get that. But thank you. And then H Bar's here for 5 says, all I will say is that this could have been avoided if Max dropped Xeno and Skywalker. That's it. I really do feel that a lot of it could be a problem. With it's Xeno is definitely a problem. Skywalker is not even that really big of an issue anymore, because he's off on the other side. I think the biggest problem from tonight was just there was accusations that were levied at Skywalker, and Max jumped on it. And I just don't think that was the right thing to do, because there's no way you're going to be able to back up the claims, and there's no way that they would sit there and admit to it on a live stream. It's just not going to happen. So there's that. Thank you though. And then we've got, Moisture for 5. Thank you. Says, you should fight Dwayne Johnson in a wrestling match titled The Rock versus the Boulder. I would die. But it would be a glorious warrior's death if I were to fight The Rock in battle. The Boulder King versus The Rock. Who's going to be the top of the mountain first? He's going to kill me, guys. It's just going to happen. He'll just roll up and be all like, you're welcome. And I'm dead. That's it. I'm dead. Rationally for 5. Thank you. Says, Max is not a bad dude. He just needs to stop inviting weird and toxic people into his streams, like Tony, Skywalker, Zod Rider, etc. Look, Tony and I were talking tonight. Tony's Tony. He's not so bad. He's just, he's kind of like me on that front. And so we bicker. I don't think Tony's as bad as the other ones, to be fair. But all right. Let's see. Okay. We're good. We're caught up on all that. So bringing in RJ and Caden for their thoughts on everything. So, I mean, that was again, unexpected.
Christ.
I mean, clearly, look, I don't want to browbeat Max. All right.
I know.
I don't want to browbeat him. I think that he is clearly emotional.
Yeah.
And this
a lot
is
of it's his own damn fault.
Well, that's what I said. And I feel like, I feel,
I just don't get it, Matt. I don't get it. What about Skywalker and Xeno say, I have to keep ties to these people over everyone else? Dozens of people are telling you these guys are trouble and these guys are no good, and yet you still want to keep your ties to them. I don't get it.
Well,
what about them specifically screams, I need to talk to these people. They're make or break for me. I like ride or die. They're not that important. Oh,
Saggy popped in.
Go ahead.
Sorry, but I'm laughing because number one, we all told him and warned him way before, even before Skywalkers were a thing and before Xeno stuff. We told him many times to stop turning his friends into content. We told him that it's not a good look. We told him, and here's the thing, I don't care to mention Sean moving for the record too, because he's making it sound, and this is what's pissing me off, he's making it sound like Sean O'Rourke is leaving Max or just Max. He's leaving in everybody. He's walking away from the drama, but Max doesn't tell you that because he needs sympathy. And here's another thing. He said, and this is why I'm getting a little heated. He literally said on this stream, y'all heard him, I'm tired of people saying stuff that is lies and not true. But during tonight on his stream, he had lied about me and said things that were not true whatsoever. But it's okay when he lies about people, but God forbid anyone says anything bad about him, and it's lies. I have no empathy for him. He did this to me last year. You hear his crying and his sniveling and he's trying to keep his brain. What he did, that's the same exact thing, if not worse, that he did to me last year when he constantly, after all I said was, Max, I think it's probably best I don't come on your panel anymore because your audience clearly doesn't like me. So I don't want to be someplace where I'm not wanted. And he took that and made stream after stream, video after video about me. And because of that, I was literally like him, but worse. Ask RJ, ask Kate, ask Matt. He put me into a mental breakdown spiral. I almost had to go to the hospital.
No, I know.
Okay.
I remember that. I listened. We were on a Discord call and he broke down. I heard it.
Right. So when he sit here crying on streams, this is what he did to me last year. And worse, because again, I almost had to go to the hospital. Because like I care about my friendships online, and maybe I'm learning that I shouldn't. Because if this type of drama makes us this emotionally mental, we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be doing this. So I have no empathy for him because he had no empathy for me when this was me last year, and because all I said is I didn't.
He clearly doesn't have any empathy for Jimbo.
No, he has no empathy for anyone. So why should I have empathy for him?
Did you notice too that during that entire rambling about when Matt asked him to apologize, he still couldn't say I'm sorry?
No, he didn't.
For threatening legal action and saying you're going to seek legal consultation against him.
He still kind of deflected and protected Zeno.
Of course he did.
He was like, I have evidence.
But that's my thing.
I have evidence
I don't understand
that it wasn't all on Zeno. When I legit just talked to Hans, like that, whatever that conversation was, it's not present anymore because it was deleted almost instantly. So whatever evidence that Zeno is sending you, Max, it's fake, and it's skewed to so you can hate Hans or whatever the fuck Zeno wants you to do. So,
wait, real quick, Danny. This is the thing that's pissing me off. No one told him he couldn't talk to people and be friends with them. All we said is that these people are saying this shit and doing this shit. We're just letting him know. No one said he didn't have to talk to anyone. Like no one said that. No one said Max tells people he asked Skywalker, did you threaten Saggy Melon's life? I never said Skywalker did threaten my life. That's what I'm saying. Yes, Danny, that's what I'm saying. That everybody's buying into this shit that Max is saying, and he's not telling you guys full context, and he's not telling you guys the truth. I never once said Skywalker threatened my life. I said he threatened me. He made a vague threat. Okay, whether I didn't say it was life-threatening. I said he threatened me. I said people came to my channel threatening to strike my channel. That happened. I showed proof of those instances. And in Max's thing is like, well, they didn't threaten your life, so it doesn't matter. But so threatening to strike down a YouTube channel is okay. Threatening to say I know people in Boston, and then Skywalker's bullshit excuse for that, saying, oh, well, I wasn't saying that I was trying to go after her or nothing. I was just saying, like, I know people in Boston. They don't act like that. Bullshit. Anyone who's been to Boston or lives in Massachusetts will 100% tell you that's a lie. So it's all bullshit. And that's all we called out behind the scenes. And the reason why people are mad today is because instead of Max handling stuff like a grown-ass man, behind the scenes, like we all tried to do, he had to do a live stream and bring.
No, did you catch why he did a live stream? Because when he talked to Skywalker said either it's live or I say nothing.
Right, but a Skywalker can tell Max how to dictate his channel and
that's
stuff.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Anyone else who said
he gave into his demands and turned it into a live spectacle. Because that's the only way. Because he wanted to talk to Skywalker that badly about this, he gave into his demands and turned it into a live stream.
Well, and then allowed Leon to come on and basically act as a PR rep.
Yeah,
basically
2-on-1.
Yeah,
right?
Like I mean, that was I
Leon, the person who says I don't know any of these people, so I don't know anything,
which is a damn lie. He knows damn well who some of us are.
Yeah,
they take pot shots at us all the time, but like yeah.
But that's what made me laugh though. I was trying to tell Max, like in the chat, like, Necron is all like, Skywalker went to Stone Quarry. No, he didn't. I proved it. I proved he didn't go to Stone Quarry. But they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen, because I think Necron's like, oh, it's not on my Uber. That's not on your Uber delivery list or some shit. I don't fucking know. It's like, whatever. Like, I do Uber Eats. Fuck off. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like we all said to Max, right? Because when Max said he was going to do this with Skywalker, we all said Max. And we weren't telling Max not to talk to him. We said, there is no point because all they're going to do is lie to you. No one who is going to tell you, yeah, I did these awful things these people are saying. No one's going to confess that, right? So we said it was pointless to talk to him. We didn't say that we didn't want him to talk to him. We just said it was stupid. He's not going to tell you the truth. That all of a sudden became, well, I'm just like to talk to people. They're telling me who to talk to. That is not what we said at all. And if that's the impression they got, that's on them. That's not on us because we never said those words verbatim. So cope.
Yeah, I mean, I would never, I don't give enough of a shit to like care about that. It's like, I think for me, it's like if you have, my whole take on it is like with the Xeno thing is like you have a person who has clearly violated trust and brought out information in a way that was used to try to hurt somebody else.
To multiple people because he did the exact same goddamn thing to me. Because I told him something when I thought he was cool, when I first met him, that he's used against me in other people's Discords and chats. And Saggy knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So he has a history of doing this.
And mind you, when he tells it, and mind you, when he tells people your personal stories, he twists them. He doesn't even tell the full story. He just makes it sound worse than it actually is. And we've seen it. And we've told Max this many times.
I gotta ask Cylon. I gotta talk to you privately, man. I gotta talk to you privately because I need, if you know something or if you have any information on something and you know what I'm talking about, I need to see it. I'm just saying at this point, hit me up, let me know. Because that's a thing that went down tonight. All right. But Max did run with something privately and made it public. And that, yeah, that's kind of the whole, that ain't good.
Well, yeah, because
but I'm just saying, and I think I'm not the only one in agreement on this. But you know, if you know, I'll just, I fucking hate that term.
You know, we gotta make that t-shirt. But no, Danny,
hold on. Quinta in. If you know, you know.
Danny, the thing, Danny, you are not wrong. Like, honey, we all know it is, but that's the problem is we all try to handle it behind the scenes, not make it public. So you're not wrong. This is all embarrassing for everyone involved. However, we tried to do it behind the scenes so it wasn't high school drama and public. But, you know, here we are now because Max wanted to make it a public show for everyone. We were all going to be done and just drop it and silently walk away. But then he kept doing streams about it. So I did a stream because I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this again like last year where we were just doing streams back to back every day talking shit about each other. I said, this is the end. I let everyone know what happened from my side so that information is there for anyone who's curious. Then what did Max do tonight? He did the exact thing. Everyone said, hey, you probably shouldn't do that because it's going to piss a lot of people off. Not just us. It wasn't even us that pissed off. It pissed off his own community. Because a lot of people in that community don't.
Dude, I've had so many people messaging me say that they canceled memberships, that they're leaving all this stuff.
I mean,
I don't understand that. I mean,
that's neither here nor there. But obviously, that's impacting him because, look, I will to defend him, and I will defend him because I like he's got his problems, but like I still deep down like the guy quite a bit.
I got 99 problems, but a saggy ain't one.
You know, well, yeah, in your case, but it's like Max does. The problem is, again, it's like when you deal with being terminally online and this becomes your life above all else, it's easy to get sucked into this shit. And the thing is, if it's like, it's fun to poke the bear drama wise occasionally. I do it obviously, but it's like, it is, I think in many instances, just a kind of fun way to call out some of like the bigger names who say stupid shit. But when you start criticizing the people in your group that you're friends with, like that's when it starts going down a slippery slope. Like
it's not even the criticism though. It's not the criticism. It's like he knows that like a lot of people in his community don't like you. So he knows that when he covers you and makes you a thumbnail, that gets everybody who hates you coming to look about, oh, Mad Max is fighting with Matt Jarbo. We got to go see it. And then he'll sit there and say stuff. Then you show up in the chat and then he'll just get all upset because you'll be upset. And say, why are you doing this, dude? Like, we're supposed to be friends. What is the deal? If you had an issue this bad, why couldn't you just call me? And he'll just be like, oh, well, I have the right to criticize you. Right, but I'm telling you as a friend, if you have a legit issue, like, why are you not just calling me? You have my number.
Yeah.
So
a lot of it is relative nonsense. And that's why, again, I think a lot of this kind of back to the Snyderverse. I think it does. I think the Snyderverse has fundamentally broken some people's brains. I think.
Oh, for sure. But again,
and
like, I just don't get, like, for me personally, it's just, why Zeno and Skywalker? What about those two, like, says to Max in his brain, yeah, I want to talk to those guys and keep them around. I don't get it. It just, like, it does not click in my brain how that's a rational choice to make. It just doesn't. Like, because literally everyone knows they're pieces of shit. Everyone knows they're pieces of shit, so why? Why are you going to die on this hill?
it might just be, it might be the situation, you know, if you think about it, where you've got, how do I say it? Where you've got, like, okay, like the stream that he posted tonight says real friends don't cancel each other was the stream. Okay. And
Which
the
no one was trying to cancel them.
Yeah. That's what I don't get.
People choosing to leave is not canceling.
Yeah. That's the thing I really don't understand, to be fair. And then he,
I'm just catching, like, I'm like noticing that I think Max doesn't know what certain words mean. And like, he doesn't know what grifter means because he was calling second RJ grifter for doing that real run with guns.
And there I am. There I am. And mind you,
and then
sorry to cut across you real quick. I just want to say this before I forget. That picture with the broken masks was because of what happened last year. That was what I did last year because he sent me that mask and he pissed me off so much I just broke it and said, hey, anyone want a broken mask? Because that was when we were fighting. And now he's using that again to just basically rally troops.
Well, see, here's the thing. Spherical Commander says Zeno must have pictures of Max without his mask and threatening Max to stay in line or else he'll expose his face. Here's the thing.
No.
We all have pictures of Max's face.
Yeah, well,
Saggy,
I don't have pictures.
I have a picture.
I've seen what he looks like.
That's right. We did got that.
He sent. Yeah, remember there was a group text
he
chain.
accidentally texted all of us.
He accidentally he texted everyone, like Enosh, Saggy.
He got a haircut because he got a haircut.
He was at the lake.
Yeah, but he also got a haircut. He showed us the haircut.
I don't remember the haircut thing, but it doesn't matter, you know? And so like he does that. And then like, you know, then it's like he wears the mask, but you know, you have to kind of laugh at it because you're just like, it's possible that someone could be doing that. Now, again, we have to kind of bring this up because it's relevant to everything. But like, you know, this is another thing too, is if someone is threatening him with his face, it's not the first time that's happened. Like, remember this?
Over it, Matt, leave me the fuck alone. You're starting to freak me out. It's obsessive.
It's scary, isn't it?
It is legitimately like single white female. Like, dude, move on. He's like Max the Mandalorian. Do I gotta like we gotta dig up some dirt on him to sort of scare him to shut up too? I don't understand. Like, stop.
I am in possession of Mad Max's face behind the mask. I am issuing a warning to this man. Not just his face behind the mask, but also details about things he doesn't want known.
I want to go. I'm going on record. I don't know anything about this.
Yes, he does not.
He's like Max the Mandalorian. Do I gotta like? Do I gotta like? We gotta dig up some dirt on him to sort of scare him to shut up too? I don't understand.
I want to go. I'm going.
I mean, we all remember that clip.
Yeah, and by the way, I will say this: no one, no matter how mad I am at somebody, I would never. I had somebody in my chat like the last time I talked about this come in and say, "What's Max's real name?" Like, it's like we're not those people, dude. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, never.
People asking for that, like, you guys need to fucking get a hobby. Like, if people like just because we're fighting doesn't mean that anonymity is still not a thing.
Go touch some grass or something, you know.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the whole point. Is like, if you know, I don't think Max is being blackmailed by Zeno.
No, I don't think so.
But I think there's like
No, like I said, did I say this privately or publicly?
I don't know. What are you gonna say?
What do we even know what you're gonna say?
That I think honestly, Zeno might be the wife that Max is trying to keep secret.
Oh, you did make that joke on Saggy's stream, yeah, you did.
Oh yeah.
I don't
that or their brothers, and
like your joke was bad. You should feel bad.
Either their family or they're married.
That was really
important.
That was kind of bad, kid.
Just stop. Why are you still going on with the joke?
That's a little. I'm just again, like when it comes to Max, I want him to. What I would recommend is just get the fuck off the internet for a little while. You know, I understand that he's paid a lot of money to try to build some stuff up. But I mean,
Real quick, and sorry to interrupt again, but I just want to say this too. Like, I gave Max credit for that. Like, even when I was pissed off at him, the fact that he spent all that money to put together a StreamYard team and to build and lift people up, that was very commendable. And I will give him credit for that because he helped a lot of people, including me, because I didn't have StreamYard and he paid for my access to it. Like, he paid for all those people, like, to have full 1080p or whatever it was. Like, that was a lot of money that he spent. So I give him credit for that. Because I do think he genuinely cared about like building up that Team MME thing. I do genuinely believe that. So he does get credit for that. But this shit, no. And despite that, that's why it was hard for me to walk away, because I was a big part of what he was trying to build. And I did have access to his StreamYard. And I knew that losing that would put a damper on things for me and what I could do online, But I have to stick to my morals and what I believe in. And I had to walk away.
I understand that. And I think I think that's for everybody to make that decision on. I think that when we talk about, movie talk going forward, like, when I first started this channel, I was like, I just want to talk about movie news. And like, there's that. And even I tell you this, I don't even want to talk about movie news anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel like it's just the same old. And it does, like, even, covering the Snyder stuff is just kind of like that, to me seems like the most interesting stuff to keep covering because it keeps coming up. It's just like, it's because there's
like
really
a burning dumpster fire going down the side of like,
it kind of is. Yeah. It's like either talk about this of where like you can laugh at it, or like, the chuds that just keep saying everything is woke, everything is fake, everything is gay.
And no one cares about that anymore.
And no one really cares about that. I mean, like, they've got their audience, but
topic,
yeah. So it's like, okay, otherwise, like, oh, what's going on? Like, more Marvel news, more DC news. Okay. It's just, it gets to be a lot after a while. And so when you stream all the time, like I stream most nights out of the week, and, when you do that, like, it's always like, you got to be energetic, you got to be on point, you got to have shit ready to go. And it really, it's just like, I can understand the pressure. And I think Max feels like he's under pressure. And since he wants to be like the communal hangout space, and he wants to like make it seem like he's got that kind of connection with people, that's why things end up going the way that they do. I just think that like, he should really start to minimize his panels and like, keep like, look, I mean, if you want to make engaging YouTube content, you have to, I hate to say it like this, but you've got to cut loose the individuals that aren't adding anything to the discussion. That makes sense?
Right.
Like, it's not to say people are bad, but it's just to say, because if you start to accommodate people that don't add anything to the discussion, now all of a sudden you are then like, it drags everything down. Well, and then that makes it more frustrating.
Well, that's the thing. Literally about like, what was it? Like last month, maybe a few weeks ago. I forget when we did the Jared Leto video on Max's channel, but like, he called me and he asked me for advice. So, cause sometimes he would ask me for advice, and I always told him, I was like, listen, if you have a good show, right? And I'm like, the issue is he doesn't know how to, like, he had to finally admit, it's like, you can't be friends with everyone. And his thing, he can be friends with everyone. His issue is he can't keep people who can't be friends with each other separate. And I've told him that for at least like last year when we fought, and that's what we fought about, because I had to tell him that too. Like, you can't have two people who don't like each other on the same panel and expect them not to have drama. Like, the last time I was on stream with him, you were there. Right? And what happened? Somebody was in the chat giving you shit. You were giving them shit. Then he lets that person on the stream, literally warns that person, hey, we're talking about this topic. So if you're here to talk about that, just talk about it. And if not, I'm going to remove you. Then what did that person do? The first thing that came out of that person's mouth is to take a shot at Matt. So and we're all sitting there like, Max, we literally told you this was going to happen. Why are you letting this happen? Right? And again, we're giving him advice. And he's like, well, I'm not gonna. And then he makes excuses of what our advice was. It makes no sense, or why he can't do it. It's like, just don't have two people who don't get along on the same stream. Like, if you want Matt on your channel one time and me and Matt are fighting, okay, just have Matt there. If Matt was there first, then don't let me on. But what he'll do is he'll let me on, knowing that me and Matt have beef, And then if I'm trying to be cool and Matt starts shit with me, I'm going to say something. Now all of a sudden it became a drama show. And I told him, you have Sean O'Rourke, who was great, a great addition to his panel, because Sean works in the entertainment industry and has experience, so he's great to be on there. Devin, ye old nerdcast, amazing guy, right? Has great knowledge about the entertainment industry. Well, not the entertainment industry, in gaming, but he's also a nerd. But they don't do drama. And they get along with most people. Great start. So when you have those two people on a panel, and then you invite people you know don't get along, and mind you, people who literally were fighting from chat to panelists, you let those people on to derail your stream. You make the people who don't do drama uncomfortable. And I told him this. I said, even me, don't let me on your stream anymore, because I derail streams, right? You guys know I derail sometimes. Don't even let me on the stream, because you know when I come on and me and Matt are on, we're going to derail because we're just going to talk shit to each other and talk about nasty shit, right? So I told him, that's how you do your show. If it's bothering you, just do it that way. And then what does he do? He doesn't listen. Doesn't listen, and then wonders why people are like, this is too much. Like what? Like, and then we're the bad guys. We did nothing but be good friends, give him good constructive criticism, give him advice when he's asked for it. Hell, giving him advice when he hasn't asked for it. And then all of a sudden, we're the bad guys because now we're telling him how to run his channel.
Well, there are people who, there's something to be said about that in regards to, how much influence one would have over another. But I think, look, because we've been at this now for like an hour, you guys stream for 2.5 hours. I kind of want to like end this particular segment of it only because it's like, now we're kind of talking in circles.
Yeah, that's true.
Like when it comes to it, like, clearly we all believe like Max needs to like handle his shit better. Mm-hmm. I think he's too close to everything. If he's getting to the point of where he's like having almost crying breakdowns on streams, or a couple of them, like, and here's the thing. This is what I feel bad about the most right now. He's by himself. I actually feel really bad about that because he's by himself right now. His wife's out of town. So.
Oh, that's why he was screaming.
Yeah. His wife wasn't home. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, wow, I'm surprised his wife didn't yell at him.
But it's like, she's not home. So he's by himself. He's emotionally distraught. So I'm concerned.
Well, call him.
I'll give him a call after this. Yeah. I'll shoot him a call and just make sure he's okay. Because I don't want him to do anything stupid. I don't want him again. And that can mean a multitude of different things, not just any, whatever. And that's something that, like, at this particular point, the last thing you want to do when you're emotional is anything. It's like anything. Because it'll fuck you up. So, that's kind of where I wanted just to leave that specifics. Do you guys have any final thoughts on this subject?
I'll say the same thing that Max said about me during his stream. Fuck you, Max. Now we can move on.
Okay. As for, Caden, actually, you go. You haven't talked.
Me?
Yeah. Who else is named Caden?
That is. Should we my God,
Caden.
Should we ask him? Should we address him by his other name?
Lionel Richie?
Yeah, Lionel.
Lionel.
What? What's up? Honestly, my thoughts on this whole thing is that Max needs to, learn words and actually read shit beforehand, and also needs to unmod Zeno right away.
Who?
And needs to apologize. Zeno.
Oh, I thought you said Zio. I was like, who the fuck is Zio? I was like, who the fuck is Zio? Did we have somebody else? he did say Zio. Y'all heard that, right? He definitely said Zio.
I don't know.
He said Zio. He said Zio.
He did say, yeah, Zeno.
I'm so confused now. And apologize to Jimbo. And apologize to Hans. Come on. There's a bunch of things that need to happen.
And especially Jimbo, because Jimbo got a lot.
Especially Jimbo. God damn it. The fuck? The things he just said to me that he was sent and that he puts in the stream chat, that he was saying that he's one of the causes for suicide, for men to commit suicide. So-
I think he's,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all right. I mean, yeah, clearly
for me,
apologizing. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, RJ. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and when it comes to me, the shit's really dumb. It's really dumb. Um, I I will appreciate Max for what he did for me in terms of giving me a platform and going out of his way to try and build something nice with the community and a team. Because I think that he gave a lot of people some great opportunities, and I will always be greatly appreciative of that. But what the thing is that a lot of us have morals, a lot of us have ethics, and a lot of us have what I would like to call integrity. Not the chat member, Integrity 101.
Imminence. Sorry.
No, not imminent. And some of us have to uphold that integrity, and some of us have to uphold our morals. And and the thing is just when it comes to this situation, it's my personal belief, and people can just not like this or whatever. It's fine, but if someone comes forward, right, and if someone is telling you this person is harassing me, this person is like, and there's been a history of this, okay, it's not like this is just like a random thing. There is no reason to keep assholes and treat assholes better than your actual friends.
Yeah.
There's just no reason.
Real quick before I forget, because I've seen people ask about this in the chat. I've talked to Enosh. He's for the most part he's okay. But just that he don't worry. Enosh will be okay. That's all I can say. Enosh will be fine, guys. Trust me. Don't worry.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm just because this is my personal opinion. I don't know anything. I don't know anything, so please don't act like I'm speaking for him. But if I was Enosh right now, I'd be raising a lot of hell. Because what Max did to Enosh, I think is also really fucked up. Because what he did, giving into Skywalker's demands, and turning this into a bigger public spectacle than it already was, is going to cause Enosh a lot of grief. And I don't think Max really cared or realized that.
No, but he loves Enosh.
At the end of the day, Max doesn't care about anyone's feelings but his and Xeno's.
And apparently Skywalker's for some reason.
Oh, and that guy too.
But again, it's just, I will never understand how someone can treat people who don't give a fuck about you better than the people who have been with you for years. I just don't get it. I don't.
It's it ends up being an odd scenario, but it's definitely one that who knows. I
hope it was all worth it too. Like, because he's losing. He's already lost like at least like 10, 15.
Sorry, Jimbo, I didn't see you back there.
Oh, hi, Jimbo.
I mean, like I said, I hope it's just worth it to end friendships over this. And like,
well, I was gonna say he's lost friendship, he's lost members, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose money.
Here's the thing. It's not on us. It's whatever. But like, my point is to all the people who are like enabling him and acting like he did nothing wrong and basically co-signing that we were the problem. Like, yeah, have we been problems in the past? Have we probably, we're drama people. So yeah, it happens. But like, if y'all want to really ignore all of our feelings and stuff, you're just as bad. And I'm done with them too. Like, I'm good. I'm saying that about Brian, Master of None, and all the other people, Little Movie Perp. Like, you all just enable him and then act like we're the bad people. But again, you'll find out the same way we had to find out, because we were all like y'all, supporting Max, always saying, yeah, Max is a good guy and he does all this good stuff. And I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but all of us were in that same position y'all were in. Brian, which is a shock because Brian has flip-flopped many times, called Max out for the same stuff we've called Max out for, but now he's just all 100% Team Max. So cool. You can stay there.
Him as a friend. Like, I've been like, before all this, I was always messaging him when like he would post stuff on his Snapchat stories. I would always message him, give him support, talk to him about things, and it's just like this. He just dropped me like that. It's like, it's like, fuck, I guess we're among one of those real friends that they talk about, I guess. It just,
Oh no, he'll talk to you tomorrow, Jimbo. He'll talk to you tomorrow. He's done with me because he knows that like when I get like this,
No, he's talking about
I'm
Brian.
savage.
I'm talking
not
about Brian,
Max.
but like with
Oh,
Max, I
Brian?
don't even want to talk about it because that just hurt. Because I mean, just never mind. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just already fucked up my night already.
Well, you know,
What?
it's this shit is always how do I say it? It's always kind of annoying to deal with, and it's good to kind of just talk it out and whatever.
Over
But like
a bunch of bullshit too.
it is a bunch of bullshit. It is a bunch of bullshit, and it's you know, and a lot of it is the people that are kind of in his ear that don't like people on this side of it. They get a lot of access on that front, and he takes everything everyone says to heart. But Max is kind of like Donald Trump in that way, where like he really only listens to the last person he talked to. Is kind of a fair way to describe it. Like he'll like, yeah, I know, and then someone will say something, and he's like, oh yeah, that's even better, sort of thing.
Yeah, explains why Zeno's in his ear all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
So wait, would Zeno be like the Rudy Giuliani, or would he? Be
no, he'd be like the like a more dumb version of Steve Bannon.
Ooh, damn.
I don't know. Anyway, so it's
I just
kind
spit
of
my water when you said that.
let's see here. Eddie here says, kind of regret adding fuel to the fire. If I knew it would get this bad.
Your AI video, man, sent him off the edge.
Yeah, that hit
That was
close. That
great.
hit close to head. The
It
close
was- it
close
was
to head. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell's close to head?
Whoa.
Wow, you thinking about?
I don't know.
something.
Again,
I'm sure that like when he saw that, it felt like, oh, bless you.
I'm still
I'm
fucking.
sure we
I'm
saw
still
it,
fucking
like,
recovering from the
yeah.
from the vaccines.
No, I was gonna say, I'm sure when he saw that, it felt like he got punched in the dick. But I mean,
But I mean, here's the thing. I'm sorry, but like, it wasn't what that AI thing that he made. It wasn't wrong. Like that's literally how a lot of us felt and have been feeling for a while. Like that's why if people remember watching Max back in the day when I first started coming around, I was on Max's streams almost every single night. And then after that fight, I distanced myself. And I would show up here and there, but like he would send me links and I would just not come on because I'm like, no, I'm just going to take a break and just be a viewer and stuff. Then I started coming on here and there, but still not as much. I kept my distance. And like I said, it never changed. It never changed. And that's why I kept my distance and why I'm completely fine and not even hurt by any of this because I knew it was going to come. I knew it was going to come again. Because Max is just who he is, and power to him. Best of luck, Max. Again, like everyone said, hope this was all worth it. Because not only did you lose some friends, but you lost a lot of supporters who've been there with you and for you for a long time. Hans has been friends with Max and part of that community for 6 years. 6 years, and Hans barely asks for anything. But when that situation happened with Zeno, Hans went to Max, who he's known for 6 years, to confide in him and tell him how he felt about what happened. And when Max's response was, I don't care, he didn't do anything that bad, as a friend, like, that's messed up. So to all you guys who've been friends with Max for a long time and are now leaving because of that, again, Max, think about that. 6 fucking years of friendship down the tube.
Yeah, I mean that's something again that he's gonna have to, he'll figure it out when he figures it out. But in the meantime, that's got to be his thing to figure out. So
did you actually have topics though?
No, I was just gonna.
this was it.
This is really it. They really, I didn't. I mean, there was like Cocaine Bear, but like none of you guys have seen Cocaine Bear.
I got sick over the weekend.
Yeah, there was. Well, I will say this real quickly. My review of Cocaine Bear is over on Patio Commentary. If you guys want to see that one real quick. Also, my long form commentary on Running Man is also up on over there as well. So, good one.
There's one topic we can talk about maybe.
Well, there is still actually there's one super chat from H Parts here that happened a while back that I want to get to. It just wasn't involved in the situation. So for $10, I feel bad it took this long, but thank you. It says, the fuck did critics see at theaters? Ant-Man was great. Kang, or at least his version of Kang, was great. Surprised the CGI was also good. Also, Veb has holes.
Well, that's a great segue because I was going to bring up, did you see what's going on this weekend at the box office?
I did.
71% drop.
Yeah, but that's also not like entirely uncommon.
It's the worst second weekend for a superhero movie opening above 100 million.
Yeah, but again, it's kind of like the idea that I say to this is like, I think that I think there's going to be positive word of mouth going forward for this one, but people are also probably just going like, well, I can wait just to watch it on Disney Plus.
I mean, I'm gonna wait to watch it on RJ's Disney Plus, but I will say this:
You still have
I
that.
think,
family.
well, I think
Also,
the reason why the critics were probably harsh, and I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but I kind of like read some stuff, but like, I think it's just because at this point, I think people have like this high expectation for Marvel now, where they expect every Marvel movie that comes out to be a banger. And like, I don't think Ant-Man was bad because like you saw it, right? So I don't think it was like bad, but can you say it was a banger of a movie?
I really enjoyed it. I mean, a lot more than Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'll tell you that. I mean, the thing is, like, I really enjoy.
Also, I don't know like why people are expecting like this movie to be like 100% serious or whatever when we have a Rick and Morty writer and we also are in the Ant-Man franchise.
Well, anyone expecting it to be a dramatically dark, serious movie was just a moron because that's just not what the movies are. They have to have some comedy.
The only Marvel movie I'm looking forward to see is Deadpool 3.
Well, that's what Marvel's hoping for because they need a win. Because, listen, I'm not going to go all doom.
What do you mean they have a win? What are you talking about? $100 million opening weekend. If it drops off the next week, it drops off. It's Marvel's not in danger.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like a 71% drop in a second weekend is never a good sign. Like,
it's also again, it's fucking February. There's been snowstorms all throughout the country. LA is snowing.
No. We can't use that.
Wait, it's snowing in LA?
Yes, it's snowing in LA.
Yes.
Yes.
Shit.
It was snowing in Vegas too.
It's snowing.
Whoa.
Up here is frozen. Like in Washington, it's frozen. It hasn't.
Whoa.
I mean, the weather has been bad across the board all freaking week.
But we can't say, well, it's February because February, ever since Deadpool released in 2016, has become a major movie month.
No,
but RJ, you're not listening to Matt. He literally said, like, it's been snowing. It's a winter. People can't get to the theaters.
What other movie was it? Avatar had that same problem when it opened up, and like in its second weekend or whatever, there was a snowstorm, and and it dropped off like a bit more than people expected.
Okay, where are the snowstorms most at?
For this weekend?
What region of the world? Yeah, or the country?
I don't know. I mean, it's been happening. I know West Coast definitely.
RJ's really trying to argue this point.
He's really trying to argue this point.
No, because
RJ loves to argue colloquially. He loves to argue colloquially. I hear this all the time. This like, well, people are saying RJ. No, people aren't saying that.
I'm just saying it's like more than just the West Coast. Where are the other moviegoers then?
Okay, hold on here. National weather. Let me just see what's going on in the national
You're
weather.
You're really entertaining this counter argument.
I'm asking because if it's just the West Coast, that's not an excuse because the East Coast is still up, the Southeast is still up, the Middle America is still up.
Yeah, well, there's also
that 70% drop was talking about domestically, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about domestic box office. Yes.
So why are you bringing up Saudi Arabia?
RJ, I'm starting to believe.
Who's bringing up Saudi Arabia? What are you talking about?
I don't know where did Saudi Arabia come from on this one?
Are you okay? Who's talking about Saudi Arabia?
I don't know.
Are you high, Caden?
That was a little bit on the weird side, Caden. I'm like,
no. Saudi Arabia is definitely the reason why Ant-Man is not. I mean, having an amazing,
Saudi Arabia would show those movies over there? I don't even know.
Hey, that's fucking disrespectful to Saudi Arabia. You apologize right now.
They don't like wokeness and gay stuff. So.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I loved that Scott wanted to be a better dad. And that was, but he was doing it by overcorrecting, right? Which is something that a lot of parents do.
Oh yeah, no,
and then you've also got, then you got Cassie who sees the idealism,
Well,
so the movie,
I'm sorry, is a terrible recast of Cassie Lang. I'm sorry, but
she was fine. She was fine.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
In a bunch of scenes.
Oh my god, Caden.
She's got. I mean, like I liked her. I thought she was a good. But then you have I mean, but Kang was definitely
Kang was great. Kang
was a great villain. He was very
That's
intimidating.
amazing.
A lot of people were bitching about MODOK. I loved MODOK. I thought MODOK was
love
great.
Yeah,
I
know?
saw
How do-
videos of it. It looks a little weird, but you gotta.
It's a
Modok
little
is
bit-
he needed
It's
more.
gotta grow on
He
you.
needed more. He needed more.
Character.
No,
Once
he just needed more screen time because I don't feel like he got to do enough, and it felt like a kind of a waste.
No, I know. I would have liked more screen time as well.
I like that because the thing about MODOK, it was talking about time, and time comes back to you and bite you in the ass, and that's what basically that was. Like, it was that type of character. Where it's
Actually, you know what? I don't necessarily agree with all of Ralph's Double Tits' comment, but that is true. I don't know like how much more box office it could pick up domestically because Creed 3 comes out next week and that's supposed to be big.
But
I
Creed
can't
3
wait for
Creed 3
that.
is getting kind of mid-level results.
But no. But Matt, also
So.
too, Creed 3 is picking up all of the premium format screens. Ant-Man's already losing them next week.
Okay. Well, I mean, but premium format doesn't actually mean that much. It
Well,
really
no,
doesn't.
I'm just saying it's taking up big D,
Sure.
IMAX, XD, all that.
Yeah,
so.
but that still like that doesn't pull in that much. I think Avatar's opening weekend of Avatar: The Way of Water, its IMAX screenings were like 24 million out of like the 160 it made or some shit. Right? It's like they have an impact, but really not that much because there's so few of them. That's the whole point. When they open these movies in like 4,300 screens, how many of them are going to be in those like, IMAX, D-Box, XD shit? A handful, comparatively speaking. So, it doesn't mean as much as you think it does.
Oh no, I know. Listen. I don't want the movie to like bomb or anything. Like it's not like I'm talking like that. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. Where it's just like, I think that they're gonna look at this and be like, well, just kind of chalk this one up as an L, and we just move on and keep pushing.
Well, it
forward.
opened the door to Phase 5, and I think the thing is like I walked out of Ant-Man 3, and I'm just all like, this is great. Like this was it hit for me. It hit all the notes it needed to hit.
Well, especially I think that the best thing I can say about the movie, I'm not trying to criticize it, I'm just being like, I genuinely mean this. The end credit scenes are fantastic.
That was the only thing
Especially
was
the second
worthwhile.
one. Yeah, like the end credit scenes are like.
Yeah, no, they were good. But I kind of expected they were coming. The second one I really liked because I'm very excited for that.
Oh yeah.
So like I'm very excited for more of that, and so yeah, 100%. But for me, again, the movie itself, like I felt like the world of the quantum realm was to me, it felt like they had really made a Star Wars movie in the Marvel universe. It was different enough. It worked the whole, the characters were great.
It did commit one crime though.
What's that?
They completely wasted Bill Murray.
Well, I mean, he was fine. He was fine for what he did. He was fine. Yeah, but he was good. He was good for what he was in.
Yeah,
he was good for what he was in.
And it was like, especially the way that they kind of like hinted at like the Janet history, and who like this conqueror is, even though we knew it was gonna be Kang and everything. Even though like it was like right when he comes off that plane thing, he has gone to the other side of like whatever like it is, and then it even delves even to more of that, and then it's like boom, cannon fodder of that scene. It's just cannon fodder.
It was, yeah, but I mean, it basically to me felt like it felt like the Mos Eisley scene.
Yes,
well,
it really did. Like it was.
You could have done some with the character though, or it could have been like, because I don't know if it's.
Well, it had a lean 2-hour runtime.
No, I know. I'm saying
it had
a character arc where like maybe he's part of the final battle, or like he.
No, he was a good cameo. He was a good cameo. Let him be a cameo. He'll have a bigger part in the next Ghostbusters movie, but he was great for what he was. I think he was great for what he was.
And if anything, he was only going to be in another scene, probably.
Yeah,
probably been like one of the very end where Kang.
That's what I'm saying. If he was there in that final scene, then that would have been enough.
Well, what cracked me up about that though was like the jealousy factor that came out of that. Only to like have
when he called Hank Henry, he was like, "Come on, Like I was like, oh, you snarky little.
Oh yeah. Because that's what she says to Hank whenever she's mad at him. There's I think the character work was really solid. I think the acting was good. I think Paul Rudd really nailed it. I liked Evangeline Lilly in the role. Kang was awesome. MODOK was awesome. I enjoyed the new characters that we met in the Quantum Realm that we'll never see again, but that's okay. You know,
yeah.
And obviously, like it establishes. Did you guys notice though that the world Kang built looked eerily similar to the TVA?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, okay, cool. So obviously, I mean, that's going to play into it. So there's a lot going on with the movie that's going to establish like we're going into the next Avengers. So this did.
It's just weird that this is the movie that supposedly broke Marvel for a lot of people. Which is just I find to be fascinating. That this of all movies was the one.
Like,
I'm like, did you guys not watch Black Panther: Wakanda Forever? Like that should have done it.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Like, watch Black Widow.
Yeah, but I like Black Widow though. So
I like Black Widow. Black Widow was good.
Marvel shows.
What I mean is like this is the movie that like has.
Was it better than Morbius?
Dude,
No, there's nothing better than Morbius. Everything is Morbane time, or it's not. No, it's absolutely better.
I'm dead.
No, what I'm saying though is just like it's just funny to me that like this is the movie that has Marvel like readjusting their plans, like not readjusting plans, but like pulling things back, making them reevaluate things and try and fix up their studio and everything. Like this was the movie that was the breaking point.
No, this is not. Oh my God, RJ, you are completely misunderstanding everything. If that was the case,
now I want to hear from you. You called the United States Saudi Arabia.
I did not.
You did. Yes,
What?
you did.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No. What?
You did.
No, I didn't call the whole time the United States Saudi Arabia. No. I thought
I'm saying the way that they're acting in response to this, it seems like this is the movie where like this is the ramifications of this. Movie
but again, the people who are these people? Who are these people?
No, I'm saying like based on Marvel's public comments right after the release of this film.
I haven't seen them say that, but okay. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just
what
I haven't.
Feige literally said we're pulling back on Disney Plus the same day the reviews came out.
But that was,
prior.
Well, that might have been a way to kind of deflect, I think, from like maybe some of that stuff.
Like, but we typically don't see Marvel do that.
They did that before. Well, not based off of reviews, but based off of leaks. They did that with Shang-Chi when Shang-Chi had major
Are you on
leaks
Feige's payroll, Caden?
Huh?
Are you on Feige's payroll? Is that why you're going to bat so hard for them?
You don't know what I know.
Oh, wow.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
All right, hold on. Okay, there are some more super chats to get to on the subject. H Barts for 5, thank you, buddy. He says I liked it better than the first two Ant-Man movies. It was better than Wakanda Forever and Thor shit and cringe.
H Bart, stop giving Matt money. You're supposed to be buying me Arby's.
I'm sorry, but you liked it more than the first Ant-Man?
I didn't like it more than the first Ant-Man, but definitely more than the sequel. And yes, better than Thor: Love and Thunder. That is true. Like I'll watch Quantumania again. Yeah, I've had trouble with going back to Thor: Love and Thunder.
There's good stuff in Thor: Love and Thunder.
There's good stuff in there.
There's good stuff in it, but like it's not a
complete okay stuff, and then there's some shit that I'm just like, why was this movie?
It's like fucking Cocaine Bear, you know. It's like the trailer makes it look one way, and then the movie is not that.
They made Thor into like a comedy.
Yeah, well, Thor should have been a comedy. Like
Thor should've.
Ragnarok was really good because of Thor. Well, it's because also he was. If you look at like the character arc he was going through,
right.
He masks his pain through.
Well, and also I think Ragnarok had a better balance.
It did have a better balance. I don't know what happened with. I don't know what happened with Love and Thunder, but
they leaned right into comedy. That's what happened.
I like the Love and Thunder ending, like where it's like love, you know.
Well, yeah, like listen, some of the gore stuff's really good.
Like the overall story is great, but like if you really dive in deep to the movie, it's just like, what is this doing here? Like Korg should have just died. Honestly, Korg can just die and be done with, and that The Rock and Korg having a child, I'm scared because that means there'll be another Korg running around cracking jokes.
I'm not gonna lie. I only watched Love and Thunder because I was bored and I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but I feel like I'm not going to enjoy it. And I was like, okay.
Look, like I said, there's
okay.
genuinely
And then I
good-
was like,
yeah, there's
no.
genuinely good stuff. Like when
Oh,
in Love and
Russell
Thunder.
Russell
when
Crowe's Zeus is great.
no,
I
he's-
love. No, I like that because I think people forget that that the whole point of that whole thing was that to show that gods don't really care. And
I mean, there's decent concepts, yeah, but no, like the best scene in the movie, the best scene in the whole movie is when Jane dies.
Oh, that whole
and
eternity
Thor's
scene is
like,
great.
why would I want to? I choose love, not fighting you. Like I'm done because I want to be with the woman I love if she dies. Like that was great. That was a great scene.
And
I just wish
even
like the rest of the movie could have had more stuff like
and
that.
I also love that it was the ending even for Jane when she shows up at in Valhalla, and it showed that even like a battle of cancer is a battle worthy being brought to that place, you know. So it's like it's a beautiful story for Jane, you know.
And there was some really good stuff with gore too. And then, like I said, I love the ending where you find out why the movie's called Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
because it's a decent setup for like a really good sequel. But
right.
it's just I wish
It
the
just
movie
feels
had
like it should.
better.
You know what it should have been if that was the like. I feel like it could have been a special. It could have been a Disney Plus special.
Yeah, and that's a problem, isn't it? Where it feels like a Disney Plus special.
It could have been.
And
like,
they
if
wasted Christian
like,
Bale.
or-
He was so good, and he was not in the movie nearly enough.
Yeah, I feel like they could have cut a lot of Korg out and put a lot more gore. And I like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's I'm just like, yeah, no.
Well, okay. I agree with those. I do agree with those points. Moisture for 5. Thank you. I find it ironic how people were so worried Chapek was going to cut budgets and limit shows, only for Iger to come back and do exactly that. Well, I think the difference is though is that
Chapek wasn't trying to force them to make 80,000. Or sorry, Iger's not trying to force them to make 80,000 things. Iger's cuts are more about, hey, they're trying to limit budgets and make more content. Let's just limit the budgets and pull back how much we make. Like quality over quantity.
It's more about it's more about cutting the fat and quality control than you know, because there's like that's basically about it. But also Iger just comes across as being a steadier leader during moments of chaos, whereas Chapek is just like, you know, grows a beard and really just kind of takes on the internet villain role that people have assigned him. So there's that. H Rusher 5, thank you, says Creed 3 is an MCU movie since Jonathan Majors movie is a Kang film. Or since any Jonathan Majors movie is a Kang film.
Oh, so it's just another variant.
It's another multiverse movie.
You know, I mean, it's Killmonger versus Kang.
Yeah, basically.
Right. So
and,
if Killmonger
and Valkyrie is Killmonger's girlfriend.
But what if he kills him? Then it would be Killmonger kills Kang. KKK. The movie's racist, you guys.
Shut up.
Wow,
Shut the hell up. Boo. Boo.
Yeah, I know. That was bad, and I should feel bad. Let's see. Command Unit here says Cassie Lang in the Socialist Revolution. I mean, she's a teenager that wants to help people. That's not really.
Oh my god, dude! Real quick, because I had to bring. We're not going to go into a deep dive on this, but the fact that so many chuds lost their mind when Hank Pym said the word socialism as a joke in the movie. Like, I know socialism's a charged word. Like, they were so pissed off at that.
That part cracked me up, though.
Well, because they were saying like the movie was like sponsoring communism and like it was promoting.
Yeah, I saw heel versus babyface.
Like, what?
Yeah, commie mania, whatever the fuck he called it, or that bullshit. Yeah, I saw that. That was stupid. That was so dumb. It's like I know socialism's a charged word, but you know, I thought that was good. We did real quick though. We got Drewby as a new member. Drewby, thank you so much for being here. Also, Reed here for 11-month super chat. Thank you. Says Loki season 2 is going to be crazy. So many Kangs. Oh hell yeah. So many Kangs. I'm excited for that.
So many Kings in that show. And it'll be
Can we just get the King that's in the fluffy pink thingy that the actor did that everyone lost their minds over? Did you see that, Jarbo?
Oh, the photo shoot picture. Where they said
the
he
photo
wasn't
shoot
announced
picture.
Himself
Yeah. Did you not see that, man?
Wait. What
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me get it for you.
Yeah,
What's
Jonathan
that?
Majors did a photo shoot and like he was posing like a pink like feather thing or something, and they said
Hold
like,
on.
oh, it was like that he was part of the agenda to emasculate black men.
Yeah, it was like a huge thing.
What was that? Was that like the Tariq Nasheed say that? Is that what's going on here?
No, a lot of people did. I
Oh
think
my
it's in the
god! It was
Ebony
like
Hunt.
it's like was it Harry Styles dressed like that? And they're just all
Did you
like,
find it?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Okay, hold on. I'll get it for you. I'll get it.
Well,
All right,
Harry
here.
Styles is just weird lately.
Yeah, let's see here. How is Ant-Man Quantumania like Star Wars compared to Guardians of the Galaxy? Guardians of the Galaxy is playing out the cosmic side of it, whereas the vibe that Quantumania put out there very much had a Star Warsy type vibe to it, more of a space opera type situation, you know, one that was meant to be more fantastical and maybe a wee bit tongue in cheek at times, but it followed a lot of the same similar beats in many ways.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
And
whereas Guardians didn't. Guardians was its own thing. Guardians was like a good.
it didn't feel like space opera-y.
No, it didn't. It felt like a good sci-fi movie.
You know what it did? It felt more like a sci-fi western, I bet, if you think about it.
Sure, yeah. And I know people have said that's like, you know, like space western is kind of what Star Wars could be seen as well, I guess. But no, I mean,
it's more about the vibes.
Yeah, the vibe I got from watching, like, you know, the aliens with like Kang's army, right? The robots with the blue helmets on. How are those not stormtroopers?
They
right?
are stormtroopers.
Like, how are they not stormtroopers?
They
you know,
basically were.
like you have the furry face, it's fucking Chewbacca. I mean, like even furry face got his own character poster. Marvel put that out. Furry face got his own character
By the way,
poster.
Stag, you put the picture in the DM group.
Okay.
So the chat informed me he is referencing a One Piece character. It is a reference to a One Piece character. And I will show that in a second.
Okay. Oh, the image here is him, and this is. God, why is this so small? Okay, hold on here. Sorry. Let me just bring this up, and where is that? Oh my, where is I lost it. There it is. There it is. Sorry. Okay. So, okay, this is it.
Yes.
Okay, now I was on a panel with some black men, right? Because they wanted to know my thoughts on it, right? And it's like, listen, I want men to understand when men do this like this, right? Especially if they're straight men. This is not them really like showing that they're like demasculated. This is literally them saying, I am so comfortable with how friggin' sexy and how straight I am that I can do this and still get bitches. Because here's the thing, bitches, we ain't looking at that frilly shit around the shoulders. We're looking at them pics. We're looking at those lips. We're looking at those eyes. Women like some women, like they like this. Let's be real. Okay. A lot of you guys who are in relationships, Matt Jarbo, how many times have you been in a relationship with a woman who wants to touch your butt? Like not your booty cheeks, like touch your butt. I know it's happened to a guy at least once with a girl where they want to like.
No, I haven't really.
You've never had a woman who wanted to stick a finger in your butt?
No.
What the fuck?
You don't. No. Listen, a lot of women do that.
Like,
it's true. A lot of women do that.
You gotta, I've never
reason.
expressed any interest in that stuff, though.
Okay, but here's the thing: there are women who want to do that because their like whole goal is like they want to have some power, right? It's like a power thing.
It's a power thing. Yeah,
it's
you
a power
can press
thing.
that. You can press that power button. You know what I mean?
I know, guys, y'all saying WTF, but there are some women who do that. That it's a power thing. It's like a dominatrix thing. I'm just saying. So there are some women some women are attracted to men who who they want to humiliate the man and feel so powerful. I'm just saying. Nope, you're done. I don't care what y'all say. That's a real thing. Some men out there. You know what's funny is some of y'all saying nope, and I bet you guys are lying your asses off because you're like, I just don't want to admit that.
Moving on, as you can compare the image. That it's a reference to a villain from One Piece, Don Quixote Doflamingo.
See, thank you, Matt. Queen Danny. See, Queen Danny is
yeah.
is
so you can see the comparison, Matt.
Yeah, I see the comparison. That's totally fine. I just not every.
So like, why is it that if he
do.
dresses like this, like from a Japanese manga, it's an issue?
Again, it's just wait for like you know.
Y'all in the chat are straight up lying, bro. Stop lying.
Seg is all like, I wear the
I'm
strap on
telling
in
you,
this
Matt. I'm
relationship.
telling you, Matt. One Piece is taking over. It'll be the next big thing.
I think it might be. I do. I'm gonna laugh well, it's because it's like one. There was a comment like about a week ago. We talked about. I said like manga is overtaking comic manga. Whatever. Fuck off. All right.
Manga.
All right. But no, it's whatever.
Say it right. I need to educate you so you don't sound like you're
I know how to fuck.
Attack on Titan.
You say anime, but are you sure you don't want to say anime because that's more accurate, Saggy? If you're going to fucking criticize me for saying manga and you're thinking
anime fans,
manga,
anime fans will
but you're saying,
bro.
But you're still saying anime, not anime.
Because anime fans still call it anime, but if you say manga,
so it's just rules for thee, not for me. I get that. It's segregation is a Jim Crow. Jim Crow for fucking for Japanimation shit.
RJ, tell him. You know the anime community.
Hold on.
Hey, speaking of anime, I was gonna say Attack on Titan's final season part 3 trailer dropped today.
What is it?
Anyway, what I was gonna say is, Saggy, just shut the fuck up and stop being a nerd.
Manga.
Anyway, my point being, I had a person the other day when I had said that manga,
thank you,
had sells better than comics in the U.S. I had a person push back on that, and I'm like, no, I looked it up. Manga definitely outsells comics in the U.S. because that's what these kids have grown up with, and I do think that has a lot to do with accessibility. So yeah, it's entirely possible that if you get a good, we're just gonna start seeing that in the next couple of years, I think. And certain people out there are gonna have to fucking adapt to that.
I don't know if the show's gonna be any good, but God, I hope so.
Yeah,
wait, hold on. Well, here's the thing. It depends. Like, which did we talk about this? What studio's making the One Piece for Netflix?
The same one, that same production company that did
Cowboy
Bebop. Yeah.
Production company. No, hold on.
No.
Hold on. Let me explain. The same production company is handling visual effects. It's a completely different writing team and creative team, though.
Is it a Japanese company?
No.
That is going to be shit.
But Saggy, you're going to clearly watch it and defend it like you did with Cowboy Bebop.
Because I like though that he ended it differently because I hated the way Cowboy Bebop ended. It was so sad and I didn't want that to happen. So they were doing something different. So I was like, I just want to see where it goes because I was there primarily for Jet. That black guy, that actor, bro, I followed him on Instagram. He liked it when I replied. I'm like, listen, I'm so sad to see not a second season because his performance, he was a spot on Jet. He was just black, but his acting was spot on. And I was like, I loved it. I loved his performance. And I was like, I looked over all this stuff. Faye was ass. I'll admit that Faye was ass. Spike was okay, but it was all about Jet, baby. He was spot on. He was really good. You could tell that brother did his research too. I loved him. Yes, he was black. I loved it though. It didn't matter. Listen, Jet was always to me. He was voiced by a black guy anyway, so I always thought Jet was a black guy.
The cast was fine. It was just that the writing let everyone down.
No, Faye was ass. I didn't like Faye's acting.
Welcome to the ouch, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that was a little bit.
Well, my point being though, it's like from a production standpoint, visual effects wise, and for the most part with casting, it was fine. It was the writing that let the show down.
I mean. So the first episode was really, I liked the first episode. I thought the first episode was really good. It was kind of somewhat more comic, accurate to the story, to the canon, like the whole story with the whole woman who was pregnant. And then it was all the vials, the red stuff. Like that was accurate. The biggest thing I would say, the biggest problem I had with Cowboy Bebop was some of the changes that were unnecessary to certain characters that did kind of like, I thought, I mean, again, I did enjoy it. It was different, but there was like, what the fuck did they do to what's his face? Like what the fuck's his name now? The guy with the white hair, not Vicious. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name. What the fuck did they do to Vicious? Was it Vicious? Or was that? I'm confused. I'm tired.
Yeah, I think so. It
was the guy with the white hair, the one that was a big protagonist. Like they completely changed his character, like way too unnecessarily dramatic. Like I would be okay with Okay, it was vicious. Okay, I'm glad I was on the right. Like minor changes in the character, I don't mind too much, but dude, they completely changed his character. Like, who the fuck was that? That was like just some random white guy that just they met off the streets and they're like, you're vicious now. I don't know what they did to him. Julia was like, okay, I think I like that some of Julia's stuff, but it was they tried to make it. Listen, I like that they made it a live action anime that I was like, okay, this has a lot of anime elements in live action, so that's why I really went into it kind of being more optimistic, and I did like it for what it tried to do. So, and I wanted to see where it was going to go because, like I said, the ending was completely different from the canon material, and I wanted to actually see where they were going to go with that story moving forward because I was interested, but you know, people hated it so much, so now I'll never get to see if they, you know, what they had in mind for that story arc because I was really interested to see what they were gonna do. So fuck you guys.
Yeah. Oh well, you know, maybe one day. No, it's not going anywhere. It's going to be fucking gone. But all right, there's still some more supers to get to, and then I think we're going to wind it down after that because it's getting closer to midnight. And
Restore the Cowboy verse.
I still. There you go. That's something to get behind. Netflix might actually do that more so than Zack Snyder. All right, so sorry for H-Barts for getting this one a little later. Okay, who put Kang there? He Who Remains and those were end credit scenes, guys, were around before or after Sylvie killed He Who Remains. I think they were. We don't know yet. We don't know.
I feel like it was kind of implied that they were. I feel like He Who Remains and the Kangs decided to like go like somewhere so that they are affected by the TVA, and because they controlled the TVA, because the three main ones that we saw in that one were inspired the Timekeepers. So, like, you know, I think it was kind of implied that like they were like, you know, out of time, you know, somewhere else, or in their own timelines that like were we
don't know necessarily
protected by He Who Remains, you know, or something. Yeah. We'll probably find out.
I don't want to go further into the end credit scenes because that's like spoiler territory. But we might have to do like an actual long form discussion about that as time goes on, because especially when we get closer to Loki season 2, because that's going to be great. H-Bars here for 5 also, thank you, says, I really enjoyed Veb, the slime guy, and the grown-up version of the Pixar lamp. Yeah. Yeah, man. That was again the vibe I got off of that robot was very much K2SO.
I'd have sex with him.
I mean anything that's battery operated and goes you would probably end up having sex with.
He sounds like a good time.
He doesn't sound like anything. He doesn't talk.
I mean, he does.
That's probably...
No, he does. He goes.
Wow. What? Hold on. And this is great because Command Unit has this one here. It says English is weird. And then Saggy trying to speak Bostonian is just is what it is.
Yeah, when I say stop.
Yeah. Willie here did ask just a quick question. Why did they cancel Cowboy Bebop? It did not do well.
Didn't materialize.
People,
the
fans
or with the
fans
audience.
were the fans were pissed. They
well, I think it actually, here's why I think it actually happened, because there was a 9-month delay in filming because John Cho broke his foot.
Oh,
so that ramped up the cost, and then the reviews on it weren't the greatest, and I didn't even look at the numbers for everything else, but they didn't give it a lot of time to
I think
to try to develop.
Within a few weeks of its premiere, they already said it was canceled.
But that's the thing, that where Netflix is right now,
didn't it like a show come like or a movie? What Red Notice came out like a week before that, right?
Around the same time,
or like it was Cowboy Bebop, then Red Notice, and then Arcane, like back to back. It wasn't like they didn't give either of those three things to really breathe.
Well, Caden, I'm sure you'll agree with me on this one, but
like Arcane had time to breathe, but those other two didn't.
Yeah, didn't it feel though like? Doesn't it feel right now like Netflix is where Fox was back in the early 2000s?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait a minute! I just realized something, you asshole. I know you didn't come. No, not you, Matt. I know your ass didn't come for me about Cowboy Bebop when your ass still defends the Death Note live action. Like, miss me with that bullshit. At least the
My
Cowboy Bebop was
defense
more
of the
accurate.
Death Note live
Oh, here
action
we
has
go, here we
nothing to
go.
do with canonical accuracy to the
go.
story.
Here
I
we
just
go.
felt that it was less depressing than watching the fucking
Oh
anime,
my God.
because the anime
The whole
is
point of the anime
super
is to be
bleak.
depressing
Like,
now.
if there was a show that made me want to slip my wrists, like, we're not talking across but down the street, right? To really just get into those arteries, it would be the Death Note anime. It's a
You
good
know-
anime.
you
It's
know
a
what's
great
the point,
anime,
though, right?
but it's fucking
I
depressing.
can't,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
the
care,
point.
but that was
That's
the
the
point of the
point.
I'm
whole
fully
show.
aware that it's the point of the show,
It's
but just
nihilistic, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I enjoyed the less nihilistic version that we got in the movie. I thought it was
Listen,
Are
fun.
y'all looking
I'm
for
not
no,
saying it was
Duffer
good.
Brothers?
No,
I'm not saying
no.
it was good. I'm just saying that it wasn't as bad as people out there, have said. All right, that's all
Matt,
it is. That's
Matt,
all
you
I'm saying.
can't come for me for Cowboy Bebop if you're defending that shitty Death Note. I'm sorry, you just can't. You
I
can't.
have. Here's the thing. Do I want it to continue? No, I don't. All right, I'm not at all. I said I like it for what it is. It's a one and done. It's over. Cool. And then, you know what? You are still going on about how you're still pining for more Cowboy Bebop. I'm not pining for more Death Note. There's a difference.
I'm
Whatever.
interested into seeing what the Duffer Brothers do with
I'm just
Death Note.
saying. I'm just saying.
That will be
just-
very fascinating. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I know he didn't try to come for me for Cowboy Bebop.
When did I come at you for Cowboy Bebop?
You came at me for Cowboy Bebop. You did.
How did
No,
I?
I didn't. I did.
It was RJ.
Yeah,
I'm blaming you
you have
anyway.
trash taste.
I didn't say anything about Cowboy Bebop. What the fuck you babbling about?
I love how if that's the case, then why did you defend?
Because I'm like, you're attacking me over something. I'm like, that's not related. I'm like, yeah, no,
Listen,
here's
I'm-
why
I'm
I'm
not
fine with
Shit,
this.
and I made fun of you when the show got canceled because you're going to bat for it so hard.
I'm just like, you were saggy. You were going pretty, yeah. You
Damn
were going
right I
pretty hard.
was. I wanted to
Yeah,
see.
I don't understand that at all. That to me is kind of weird. A little sus. A little sus.
Whatever. You
All
still
right.
like Death Note. You can suck it.
Whatever, yeah, I'm gonna go watch Nat Wolf again on the roll. They're gonna go to Seattle and they're gonna fuck up Seattle. I don't even know.
I just like picking fights with that.
Why?
I don't know, but I also didn't. I really thought it was you and not RJ, so I'm going to use that excuse. that I
No,
just wanted
it's
to pick a
not.
fight.
Well, is it just like, I mean, is it that time of the month? Or you're running a court low? Your memory is not all up to speed. Like, I don't know what's going on.
It's been an interesting last few days.
yeah. Whatever the fuck your conversation was in the DM group this morning, I have no idea. Like, that's awesome
my
shit.
God,
That
waking
was
up to
awesome.
that shit.
We're not going down the path because I really do want to wind this thing down. We have H. Rush for Fiverr. Thank you, buddy. It says, this Kang the Conqueror, was it the same one Loki saw the statue of?
Most likely, yes.
Most likely, yeah.
Well,
But there's a
I
lot.
think so.
What?
I don't think it is. I don't think it
Well,
was.
I'd have to go back and watch it again.
Because
But,
based on what we know about Kang in this movie, and based off of what we know about Loki and the TVA and everything, I don't think the TVA dealt with that Kang. Like that Kang was their antagonist. Was the bad Kang that was off to the side.
Yeah.
You know, that
Yeah.
the good not the good Kangs, but the ones that we are supposed to like more than that one is not with those ones, right? So
something like that. But I mean, either way, yeah, we'll find out more as we get closer to Loki season 2. This is
Whoa!
what?
Color.
What?
wow.
What?
What do you mean? What? Look at your chat.
Look at-
Matt's like, what?
Oh, I didn't see it.
I'm crying because of Matt's reaction. He's like, wait, what? He got so shook. Like, what happened now?
No, thank you very much, H Barts, for that one. I didn't fucking see it. I didn't have the chat up on that window of it up. So I'm trying.
Off.
I'm like, what? What are you guys fucking talking about? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck did I say? All right, and then this is here for 5. Thank you. I'll get to H parts here in a second. It's trying to get through everything. Look at Exo Squad that tried to tell Japanese anime like storytelling. Even that the stories were good. The show wasn't shit canned anyways by anime fans. I mean, I never watched Exo Squad, so I don't know how well it did. You said
I also haven't seen Exo
I think
Squad.
he says it's on Peacock. I think. I don't know.
Is Peacock free?
There are free parts of Peacock, yeah.
Which aren't that many.
No, it's really not that good. Let's see. Command Unit here says Code Geass is peak anime.
Agreed.
All right, because he's talked about that quite a bit, so we had to check that one out. Moisture here for 2 says, is it racist to say all Kangs look alike?
Oh,
But not all of them do look alike. Some of them, well, I can't say, but
some are big, some are small, some are tall, some are fat.
Some are green, some are
but
blue.
all of them are played by
and
Jonathan
some
Majors.
look like Matt.
But they're all played by Jonathan Majors.
Dude, if I looked like are you kidding me? Hell yeah. If I could look like Jonathan Majors. That dude's ripped.
Oof, that man right there.
Like, I mean, he look, here's the thing. I was like, he walks down the streets, women get wet and gay dudes' buttholes pucker. All right. They're just like, give it to me, daddy. That's the thing. He's that attractive.
Women get pregnant just by walking in his presence. I know.
Yeah. The ovaries are firing both sides, left and right. Pow, pow. But thank you for that. And then also H-Bart's here with a $50 super chat. My God. Thank you, sir.
It's pink.
It is pink. Anyway, when we get to Secret Wars, how many old stars do you think are coming back? Could they potentially get everyone back? The X-Men original team and Dark Phoenix era team, Blade, Ghost Rider, Affleck, Daredevil, Spider-Man. Everyone's coming back, dude.
They're going to try and get as many people as possible. That's going to be like the showstopper event.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's coming back. As many
even the ones that are dead.
Well, maybe not those.
Those ones too, like all of them. They'll be raising them from the dead. They'll use the Scarlet Witch to raise them from the dead.
Wow,
is Scarlet Witch dead? Wait, is Scarlet Witch dead though?
No.
Well, not technically. They think she's dead, but she's not. She's somewhere. We just don't know where.
Yeah. So they're bringing everyone back, even the dead ones. And yeah, everyone's coming back.
I think it's gonna be like there's something I saw the other day about like Affleck coming back as Daredevil. Like I'm sure Charlie Cox will pop in. Like everyone's gonna be in it. Whatever's gonna happen. Like because here's the thing, is that scene, the Avengers Assemble scene from Endgame, they have to top that.
Oh,
like
and
how do you fully top that? But they have to top it.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that scene, man. When
And that's when it's like it's not just all the heroes in one universe; it's all the heroes in multiple universes
and villains.
So I have a feeling that what we're gonna see is we're gonna definitely see.
They bring back Colin Farrell.
Wait, hold on, pause. What do you mean that SAG are not gonna get rid of Wanda, bro? Iron Man is dead. Is that we're getting Iron Heart?
Because Wanda's story isn't over yet.
No, that bitch is dead, bro. I killed her.
No,
she's not dead, Saggy.
No. There's literally.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I literally was asking because I just remember when I saw.
My brother takes tonight. Who knows at this point?
I'm literally joking.
I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna be. I could see Famke Jensen coming back. I could see Ian McKellen coming back. I could see, all of the original Patrick Stewart, Halle Berry. I mean, Hugh Jackman is definitely coming back.
Come back though.
Which one?
Jessica Alba.
Oh yeah, I mean they could bring.
She would like to come back as like a.
Because for a damn fact, they're gonna bring back Chris Evans as Human Torch.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna do it.
Yeah, that's gonna absolutely happen.
That'd be hilarious.
If that doesn't happen, then that'll be like.
What happens if Ben Affleck comes back as Daredevil? Jon Favreau is Happy Hogan.
He'll be a traitor.
Not Happy Hogan. Not Happy Hogan.
He'll be a traitor to DC if he does.
They can bring back Jennifer Garner as Elektra.
Oh my God!
That'd be very awkward.
You can bring back was it Roger McCormick?
Oh yeah, or Thomas Jane's Punisher.
Dude. Oh my God!
Oh, that'd be good.
And they're gonna bring Nick Cage's Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah.
Well, could they?
What?
Could they?
Yes.
Because hear me out on that one. That particular version of Ghost Rider is owned by Sony.
Listen.
Well, Spider-Man and all his villains are going to be in this movie.
Well, also too, they've done deals before though.
Is it now? Here's my question, though. Here's my question. When clearly the portals open up again, through the sling rings, and all the heroes come in from across the multiverse, is Dr. Michael Morbius gonna pimp on through and just go?
They should.
It's Morbin time. If he does, look, say whatever you will.
I hope
about
in the background he gets killed. Like, honestly,
instead of saying Avengers Assemble when all the heroes from all the multiverses team up to fight against Kang, the chant line is it's Morbin time. It's all overshot in battle.
RJ, get out of here right now. Go away.
By the way, could we see Eric Bana return as Hulk in this movie too?
Probably not.
I would actually.
I think Edward Norton would come back as Hulk, but not Eric Bana.
Dude, could we get Edward Norton and what's his face, who played Rhodey?
Oh God, Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard would need the money. That's for certain.
Yeah,
for a cameo,
do that weird math he does.
And then he'll just. Oh my God, could you imagine they got David Hasselhoff back as Nick Fury?
Don't promise me a good time. Okay. Like I would love that. Cause that movie is just, it's cheese.
And they bring back Finn Jones as Iron Fist and Mike Coulter's Power Man for a cameo.
That'd be great. I know H Barts would be happy because he's a big Iron Fist stan. Thank you for that, H Barts. We got Command Unit here for $2. Says I advocate watching the English dub of Code Geass. That's on Netflix, right? Is that one on Netflix?
Probably. And no, Deathboy 22. We don't need to bring back Fantastic Four 2015 cast. They can
you shut the fuck up. That's how you bring back Michael B. Jordan, baby.
No, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna kill that universe off. Like actually, like kill, like prune them or whatever.
Kill them in Deadpool 3.
And Deadpool 3, because they were gonna do that in Deadpool 2. So they're gonna finally do it in this one.
Oh, sorry. I just got DM'd something. All right. I think I can't talk about it publicly. Okay. It's one of those sort of things. Anyway, Moisture for 5, thank you, says they should retcon Wanda's origin and have Magneto be her father. Also bring back Quicksilver.
It's too late. They already committed to what they're doing. Because they said, I think Feige even said, like, we're not retrofitting this character to be related to Magneto.
Yeah.
So it's too late. They'll have to do something else with it.
But
it would have been cool if they could have, but they already said they're not doing that. So.
Yeah. Well, they could also, but they could do it from a different universe.
That's true.
They could do it from.
But it seems like they're organically making the mutants appear now.
Yeah. Could they bring back Michael Fassbender as Magneto?
I think he's going to be back in Secret Wars.
That would be cool.
I think he'll be back. Yeah.
Ooh, but no Jennifer Lawrence because she won't come. Well, maybe she might come.
I think Lawrence is
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, I think she's like, nah. If she,
I don't even know if James McAvoy will come back.
No, I think James will come back.
He would come back. He would absolutely love to play that role again.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Because
because I think McAvoy and Fassbender would benefit the most from being in the MCU in Secret Wars because they could actually say goodbye properly this time. Because technically speaking, Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart got to say goodbye already, but now they just get to do extra fun stuff. Fassbender or McAvoy never got proper endings, really. So.
Well, the ending that they got, I mean, at the end of Dark Phoenix,
it was adequate, but not the intended.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this though, I actually felt like sad at the end of Dark Phoenix because I knew that I would not see that iteration of characters again. You know, it's like, look, as not great as Dark Phoenix was, and as not great as Apocalypse was, First Class and Days of Future Past were excellent, and I still really enjoyed the actors in those roles. So for me, it was like, that was a big problem to not see that. But all right, we did get the super chat here from Tony, the Geek Getaway. Says, just watch the start of the stream. Here's $5 for saying I'm not so bad. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, we have our disagreements, but you know, I don't think you're as bad as people make you out to be. And I get that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that one there. But really, guys, it is about the, oh God. Couple more,
two more.
Come on in. I am getting sleepy. H Bars for $5 here. Thank you. Says, imagine none of this happened. It's just some Iron Man return. It was just an Iron Man return. Speaking of Iron, when are people saying that he's off? Why are people saying he's off the table now?
Oh, because Marvel exec said that RDJ's return is off the table. They're just saying that because they want to keep it a surprise.
Well, yeah, like anything they tell you is not going to be
No, because
It's
they're
like-
not going to tell you
Like
that.
Anthony Mackie saying that Captain America in their universe is still alive. He's not. He's dead.
How do you know that?
He's dead. Move
I don't think
on.
Steve Rogers is dead. He's on the moon. He's on
Damn.
the moon.
I don't know.
What?
We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get
I don't
there when
need
we
to.
get there.
There is that, but thank you for that. Moisture Fiver, thank you, buddy. Says, are there any other characters from the Deadpool movies coming back for Deadpool 3? I don't want them to recast Colossus, Blind Al, Domino, or Negasonic.
As far as I'm
Flashback.
aware, Domino's back. The rest, I don't know.
Well,
I will say
well,
this: if they don't
Blind
have
Al is back. Blind Al is back. She's
Did you
back.
see Black Al?
No, Blind Al.
No, I don't
Jeez,
know.
what's wrong
God,
with you?
Yeah, RJ, what are you doing? Looking at color like that, you racist?
Wow.
No, I heard.
First,
I heard
you were saying
Caden-
some
Caden
N-word
slipping,
stuff
Caden
with
slipping.
Negasonic last time.
No, I
Remember
didn't.
that, guys?
I never said
Remember
that.
that? Yeah, I have the proof.
Anyway,
But-
my only concern is that with Negasonic and her girlfriend, are they going to keep them? Because Disney censors, I don't know. They're kind of iffy. They better not get rid of Yukiko. Don't get rid of Yukiko.
No, I think again they're way more open about it nowadays. You know, they'll just like cut around it for
Josh
international.
Brolin is
releases.
coming back as Cable. That's definitely happening.
But are they going to like jump into the MCU or are they all going to die?
They're gonna
Everybody
jump into the
dies.
MCU. Because at this point, incursions are gonna happen, and they're gonna happen, and that's what causes everything to go down in King Dynasty and Secret Wars.
I will say this: if Deadpool 3, if the rumors are true and it's going to be like him on the run from the TVA, that'd be amazing. I want to see more Owen Wilson. That'd be great.
That would be pretty funny. They would definitely have a good time.
Oh, Sean Levy. Oh, whew.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
need to get Ben Stiller as a rival TVA agent of Mobius. Please. That will be like
Yes.
the best thing ever. Like, please get Ben Stiller to be like, oh, imagine that.
And I'll be talking about Ben Stiller tomorrow night, actually, because he had a nice little comment that he made about Tropic Thunder 15 years later.
Yeah.
And he's right, goddammit. But anyway, we got Command Unit here for Fiverr. Thank you, buddy. Says Code Geass is on Netflix, 50 episodes, 2 seasons called R1 and R2. There are a few OVAs, but they are mostly irrelevant to the show. Okay. I'm going to have to lay in bed and check that out tonight. So, because I'm still trying to get over all the vaccines. All the vaccines. For those of you guys who don't know, I talked about this I posted this on the channel. I got 3 vaccines yesterday, and it fucked me up. So I am I'm feeling better now, but I'm still pretty weak, and I do need to get to sleep.
Oh,
Okay. This is here. It says Exo Squad lasted 2 seasons and it's free on Peacock. Okay.
There you go.
There we go. On that one. But all right, everybody, it's been 2 hours of fun and
Well,
drama.
the first hour wasn't fun, but
The first hour was interesting.
well, it might be fun for some people, but
Yeah. But anyway, if you guys want to leave a like, that'd be fantastic. We are currently rocking 60 likes, guys, 60 likes. Thank you all so much for hanging out for the last couple hours. Be back on tomorrow night with another episode of Hollywood After Dark, and peace the fuck out.